Hello everyone, welcome again to Krunnky Plays Through Shrines in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is the Kuh Takkar Shrine, located west here, actually north of the desert, up in the cold mountains. It's a little bit after you exit the boss of this area, the Thieves' Hideout, if you know where that is. I went out of that main exit after fighting that boss, and to the left you found this giant block of ice. Melted it down with some fires and got the shrine to show up. So let's go in and see what's going on in here. Spoiler alert, has to do with melting ice. Actually, to not melt ice. After melting ice to get in, you have to not melt this block. You have to basically carry this block up through some puzzles, not letting it get melted by the fire. You have to do a couple of tricks here with magnesis and stasis. This first one's fairly simple. You just carry it through the beams without touching the fire. You really don't have to get too close. You see it tries to melt a little bit, but as long as you stay equidistant apart from the two, walk through this spinning one, it's nothing too difficult. Up here you have to use stasis to go underneath. If you try to carry it above your head, that fire will melt it, but apparently putting it on the ground and knocking it underneath is just fine. Don't accidentally pull out your bombs first or use magnesis. Go right here to stasis, lock it up, hit it a few times. I hit it about 3 or 4 times with a level 18 weapon. That seemed to get it through there pretty good. There you see it slide, and I got lucky it hopped that corner instead of falling down. Go ahead and pick it up. I went ahead and chucked it over here thinking I might fall through there, but you might be able to make that gap, I'm not sure. That metal block that you use to walk over is what you'll use to hold those flames back. You can see there to the left, where that fence I just looked through, there is a treasure chest down there, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, using magnesis, we'll pick up this block, spin it around, and drop it on the right side of the flame jets. Give ourselves a little bit of a gap to get through here. So we pick up our ice block, and you'll notice that you're short enough, or that block's tall enough, the metal one is, to get by there. So, going up here, you know there's a treasure chest in every shrine. I see these flame jets here, and I'm like, I bet it's over here. It takes me a minute here to get it in the right spot. I tried going in from this angle, forgetting that I could extend out farther. And for whatever reason, I got nervous about this, only 2 jets being gone, and I decided to move this block again. I'll move it over to the left a little bit here. There we go. Now I believe this will allow me to fly on over, get my treasure chest item, and just for the sake of continuity, I made sure my inventory was full before opening that chest. It seems like every treasure chest I open, I have too much inventory for. So I dropped my low-level Lizaflo spear here. Try to jump back over and climb, but then I remembered, oh yeah, you can't climb on metal, so have to trek the long way around. Back to the way we came. You will be able to magnesis through the walls. The magnet will actually go, once you lock onto an item, it'll maintain its lock through the wall, which is what I'll use here in a second to get that magnet, or to get that metal block back up. Make sure you get yourself a running start here. So make that gap, otherwise you might land in the lava. So you see here, I get my magnesis rune out here, and after a couple tries, lock onto it, push it out using the D-pad. This is what I mean by magnesis going through walls. I'll have to use that to get back through. Once I'm back up here, this is the tricky part. You have to put the block there in the flames, set the ice down, use stasis on it, give it a couple of whacks, and then switch over to magnesis, grab that block and lift it up so the ice has a path to go through. And then keeping that thing above you, you can just walk underneath it. You might push back on the D-pad as you walk underneath there. But that said, you take the ice block up here and it will open the door. There's nothing you have to place the block on, it just goes through. If you liked this video and want to see more like it, please hit subscribe and share with your friends. Like the video. Follow me on twitch.tv/Krunnky, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.